Most founders don't even know if their business is actually making money, and there is the problem. I have coached many clients over 22 years, and I have seen this as the number one issue. Most people don't know the numbers behind their business, and they actually don't even know if they're truly making money. I often ask clients this one question: how much profit are you actually making on each client? And most of the time, no matter how long they've been in business, if they haven't had the proper support, they won't know how to answer it. When I say that, I mean not how much is in your bank account right now or your personal bank account. It's how much profit per client. So what is the product that you offer or service? And after all your operational costs plus staffing, how much profit are you making? Now, if you're a sole operator or the business is relying heavily on you, meaning more than 80% of the business comes from you, then you are the bottleneck, and that needs to change. So I'm going to chat to you a little bit today, and I apologize for looking down, but I've got some really important notes that I want to make sure I cover in this episode. Now, why this matters is that if you don't know the numbers behind your business, you can't actually grow what you can't measure. Without these key metrics in place, the business value is actually invincible. And these are the things that anyone that's coming in to buy into your business or when you're going to sell your business, people are looking at. So critical to prepare for. Now, the profit per offer is something that I was talking about, and that's actually what is your true margin per product or service. So how you actually work that out is, like I said, you would look at the full operational costs of your business, the staffing, and the cost of the service or product, and then work out exactly what the true profit is. Now, that's an exercise anyone can do, and that's one of the first actual exercises I make any of my clients do. The second metric is lifetime value. Now, this is so important. I don't know why, but everybody now is just focused on the new client that they're trying to attain, is there is so much business in your existing client database that is more valuable than anything. And so what this is called the LTV, lifetime value or long-term value. So how long does a client stay? How much do they spend each time? That's critical because you don't have to often sell more product to new customers. You could sell more product to the same customers or services. So you can increase the LTV, lifetime value, by retention systems, follow-ups, upselling clients, especially in beauty industries or anything where you've got a point of sale where the customer is paying. That's huge. The experience design, so the client success mapping, brand trust, social proof and testimonials, Google reviews, sharing them. That's one metric. Now, the other thing that is super critical is owner dependency ratio. I sort of touched on that earlier, but this is where you can actually formulate this. So it's 80% of sales depend on you, or your ODR is 0.2 or lower, then it means that your business is heavily reliant on you and you do have a bottleneck. So you want to aim for a 0.7 or anything like 70% and under, but ideally you don't want your business to be 100% supported by you or even more than 50%. People want to come and buy a business, and you actually built a business because you wanted to create freedom. So if you're responsible for the majority of the sales, then you don't really have a business. So effective hourly rate is what I touched on, is working out what your working hours. Now, I specifically remember one of the clients I worked with in the beauty industry. And when I asked her what her hourly rate is, she just gave me the number. But I said, is that the true value per hour? Because have you actually calculated all the costs associated with your time? And she said no. So when we actually worked out her time per customer, she was only earning $3 after all the costs. So that's a huge wake-up call. It might be a bit scary to work out your EHR, but all you do is you divide your profit by your actual working hours, and that's your true profit. That's how you can work out how much you're earning per hour as a founder and not an employee. So if you know your numbers, you're actually in control of your business and your outcome. Knowing your numbers is crucial. I cannot bang on about this any more than I already do. To anyone that knows me, I am the person that's like, you need to know your numbers. Now, if you want to find out more about understanding your numbers, I have a workshop which is all about knowing your numbers, and that's at bosssessions.com.au. I will chuck the links in. You can follow me on Instagram and jump into my link tree, and there's plenty of workshops there available to help founders and owners get more control of their business and build more freedom while they're in their businesses. So I'm Ayda Shabanz. Follow me for more insights and frameworks.